Hello, House Church. It's so good to be with you today. Our theme for this month is the spirit of the Beatitudes. November begins with All Saints Sunday, and we hear these Beatitudes, the upside-down blessings of God's kingdom, and how they lead us to be a blessing to others. As we move through the month, we'll hear stories, parables of anticipation, delay, and disruption, and discovering what we have been given and how we might share it with our neighbors. On Christ the King Sunday, we will discover again what God's upside-down kingdom looks like and ask ourselves where Christ has been revealed in our midst. The kingdom that Jesus proclaims in these stories and the kingdom that Jesus embodies is a new way of seeing, a new way of naming, and a new way of being. And so we enter into that this month. Jesus is not offering a recipe for success or a 3-step program to make your life better. Rather, he is demonstrating that God regularly and relentlessly shows up where you least expect God to be, in order to give us freely what we can neither earn or achieve on our own: blessedness. And it is precisely in those moments of disappointment or despair that we are finally likely able to abandon those cultural stereotypes tied up in the idea of blessing. Things like happiness, wealth, fame, and power. And instead we become open to the presence of God that gives without asking and blesses, that we might be a blessing. So as you ponder this month, I want to invite you to choose a gospel reading. The list is available on our website, and your leader also has a copy of this list. You can choose the reading that corresponds with the week that you meet, or another one from the month that your group finds interesting. Have someone read the scripture out loud and pay attention to what stands out to you in the story. Let this scene unfold like a movie in your mind. What does it look like, smell like, sound like? What do you wonder about? What else is happening in the background of the scene? Then take some time to talk together about what stood out to you. Share your questions and your wonderings, and talk together about some possible answers about those wonderings. There are no stupid questions, and there are no right or wrong answers. This is a time to explore and wonder together, to exercise our holy imagination. Then talk together about what you hear Jesus saying in this story. What does this story tell you about God and Jesus? What does this story say about you? What does the story say about us as God's people? Again, there are no right or wrong answers here. You don't have to come to the same conclusion as the preacher for that week. Just exploring this story together. Finally, what are you going to do with the story this month? What action can you take? I want you to be specific. So if you want to better serve your neighbor, instead of saying, I'm going to help my neighbor, think about something like, the next time I go to the store, I'm going to buy an extra meal and donate it to the food pantry. Then write down what you've decided to do and post it somewhere where you will see it, so that you have a reminder of what you've committed to do. And then the next time you gather together, whether it's next week or next month, talk about what you did, how you felt, what the reaction was if you had an interaction with your neighbor. Reflect on the experience together and take inspiration from one another. I'm excited to hear what you do. I'm excited to hear how you grow and what you learn together. You can keep me in the loop by email, text, or comment on our Facebook page and Instagram. I'd love to hear what your group is doing. Take care, and I'll see you again next month.